Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Philippines, or shall I say good day, good morning, good evening, or yeah, good day to the rest of the world. So, welcome back to Pageant Mac Philippines live sessions. Yours truly, Francois Diaz, your pageant correspondent, and we are live simultaneously on our Facebook page and, of course, on our YouTube channel. Now, guys, have if you are new rather to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification and follow and like our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and TikTok. So please do follow us on all our social media platforms. By the way, guys, you can also send stars to help us on our streaming subscription. All right, so if you have any questions later, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section. And with me this afternoon is my co-host, my co-correspondent from Cebu as well, from Cebu rather, Jandy Estrera. Hello, Jandy.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Francois. This is
Mhm.
our inauguration, something, no? This is our first live session for year 2022. Am I correct?
No, it's not. We already had
Yeah,
our
so good
first
afternoon,
lesson.
everyone. I
We
hope that
already had
you will enjoy
our
with us.
first
That's rough.
live sessions like a few weeks ago. Anyways, hi Novi Padua. All right, so there you go. Felipe Al Zair. Who is
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Anyways,
All right.
yeah. So hi, everyone. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me this afternoon.
Yes, it's our pleasure to have you this afternoon as well. Now, I just want you to know, guys, that our guest for this afternoon is basically coming from Cebu as well. So I know that you are all very much excited to get to know her. Are you? How about you, Dandy? Are you excited to get to know our guest this
Yes, we
afternoon?
are, of
Mm-hmm.
course. Me, I'd like to know the person. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my first time to meet her, though I heard a lot about her, but
Mm-hmm.
it's my first time to talk with her.
All right. So me as well. This is gonna be my first time to talk with this lady. All right. So let me introduce to you then our guest. So she is basically a Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022 candidate hailing from Cebu province. All right, and so please do help me then to welcome our guest with a virtual applause. Oh, there you go. See, give it up for Kefaiah Al Zair from Cebu province. Hello, Kefaiah.
Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Hello, Sir Francois and Sir Dondi. I am Kefaya. I am your Hiyas
Yes,
ng
hello.
Pilipinas candidate representing Cebu Province.
All right, so you know what, Kefaya, this is gonna be our very first time to interview a Hiyasang Pilipinas candidate. So
Wow, that's good to hear.
we are very honored to have you this afternoon.
And I am as well.
Wow.
Thank you
Dandy
very
here is actually
much.
from
Yeah,
Cebu.
Kifaya.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sir?
So Dandy here,
Yeah,
my
thank you very much,
co-host,
Kifaya.
is actually from Cebu as well.
Oh, yes. I talked with him earlier. He's Bisaya.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow,
Bisaya.
that's great. Mhm. So I am seeing here
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of well, greetings from our viewers. We have Navi Padua, I guess. Hello, good afternoon to you. And Angelo Llanos LPT. So I think he is a teacher.
Mhm.
Manifesting that the stars will be aligned for our queen. Hello, Angelo. Thank you so much. And you can also share this live for your friends. All right, there you go. Good afternoon to you. And heart coming from Navi Padua. All right. So, how much do you know well each other, by the way? You, Dandy and Kefaya.
Actually, sir, it's my first time meeting Sir Dondi.
No,
Um,
I never, we did not meet each other.
yeah,
Yet.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like meeting virtually. Yes, earlier.
Mm-hmm. I
We talked in
see.
Visaya, and then we had
Mm-hmm.
a little conversation, and then that's it. Yeah, he approached me for Pageant Mag Philippines, and I'm really honored that right now you guys are interviewing me. I'm super excited, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we are just like what I've mentioned earlier. We are very much honored to have you this
Thank you.
afternoon, being the very first um,
Yeah.
Hiyas ng Pilipinas candidate to be interviewed on our
Mhm.
channel as well. Okay, Kefaya, uh, well, I have known you via Instagram. So
Oh.
I was only seeing your picture on Instagram
Mhm.
and of course on Facebook pages rather. Can you tell us more about yourself? Because of course, like everyone else here, even our viewers, they would also want to know more about you.
Yes. So as you can see on my social media accounts, I call it my virtual diary. So I post
Mm-hmm,
pictures there, pictures in where I look good and pictures in where I don't look good. And I think how I would introduce myself, I am really fun, I am adventurous, I have tried free diving, I love to go on hiking. I am a very outdoor person. I love to jog, I love to hike, I just love to go in different places. And aside from that, I have been a pageant fan since I was
mm-hmm.
8 years old. I was very young. And
Oh.
up until now, yes, I
Mm-hmm,
actually, yes, um, I used to turn my TV every time there's a national pageant or an international pageant. And
mm-hmm,
I would dream of being a beauty pageant contender myself. So I can really say
mm-hmm.
that I've been passionate about this for a really, really long time.
Wow, so seemingly that we are
That's
basically
nice.
talking
Yeah.
with
Yes.
a well, I would have to say with a beauty queen, right? Mm-hmm. So you are a queen on your own title, of course.
Yes. And a
Aside
pageant
from that,
enthusiast yourself.
yes. So how was that being a pageant enthusiast or being a
Mm-hmm.
pageant fan? Now you are joining as a pageant contender.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
And it's such a dream come true, sir, because Hiyas ng
mm-hmm,
Pilipinas is actually my first national pageant. So I've
mm-hmm,
never been exposed to the national scene before. So I can say
mm-hmm,
that it's my first time. It's very exciting. Actually, we had our pre pageant activities last month. It was on December. And I got to meet a lot of different ladies, a lot of different personalities. And, sir, just getting to see the backstage behind the glitz and glamour of every pageantry, I can say it's really fun. It's an
mm-hmm.
honor, and yeah, it's something that you will pack with you throughout your lifetime. It's an experience that one can never forget. So, yeah, it's a dream come true.
I could definitely agree with you because
Mm-hmm.
talking with different beauty queens, different with a number of pageant contestants as well, I can
Mm-hmm.
say that it really changed a lot. It really changed their
Yes.
lives a lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
In a
they are
positive way.
definitely a testimony of of a
Yes.
change. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And not just that, sir, like the discipline, your time discipline, like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, like every single day we learn to allot our time on specific like hours. Every
Mm-hmm.
morning we wake up so early, and despite of how exhausting it is, you need to give it your best, you need to show your best. And of course, it would not be complete without the Hiyas sisters,
Mm-hmm.
my relationship with them. So every day we would just have endless chicas, like despite of the
Mm-hmm.
photo shoots and everything going on, despite of how busy we are, like we are always talking with each other,
Mm-hmm.
just bonding and forming a very nice relationship. And I can say that not just with the sisters, not just with the contenders, but also with the organization itself. Like Hiyas ng Pilipinas, we are a family, and yeah, it's a nice experience. to have.
Absolutely, it will be a nice experience. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, you mentioned earlier that Hiyas ng Pilipinas is going to be your very first national pageant. So, does it
Mm-hmm.
mean that you've been joining on the regional pageants around?
Ah, okay. I actually did not join any regional pageants, but I joined like one or two municipal pageant here in Cebu province. I was Miss Dumanhog. Sir Dondi, are you familiar with Dumanhog? It's a municipality here in southern Cebu,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
know, I know. Yes.
Badian. So and Miss Badian. So I joined two municipal pageants, and that was it. So that has been like the compact of my experience in pageantry, and
Mhm,
I waited to be 18 actually. Um, all my life I always dreamt of being 18, like uh, before I would daydream of turning 18 so that I can finally join a national pageant. And when I turned 18 last year, it was June last year, 2021, I told myself that yes, I'm going to join a national pageant. And so I did. So it was Magandang Pilipinas, if you could recall. Are you
yeah, I've
familiar?
heard of that. Mhm,
Yes, and then it didn't end well, unfortunately.
mhm,
So I was invited to another national pageant, which is Hiyas ng Pilipinas. So
mhm.
basically, this is my first ever real national pageant, and yeah, that has been
Mm-hmm.
it. I've joined municipal
Yeah,
pageant,
familiar.
yes, and then Hiyas ng Pilipinas.
Well, I'm just yeah. You noticed me that I was actually reacting a while ago when you said real, because I
Mm-hmm.
definitely understand what you were trying to
Yes,
emphasize on that. Yeah, but there's
Mm-hmm.
I'm
nothing to
sure
talk
you know,
about that
sir.
anymore. So
Yeah,
we're talking more about
let's not
Hiyas this
mention that
time.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that you are currently a student right now.
Yes, I am a student at Cebu Doctors University. I'm taking up Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. So I'm currently at
Mhm.
my first year.
Wow.
Yes,
And how
so,
could you handle that?
oh my gosh, it's a challenging experience. As you all know, it's the mode of learning is modular, online class,
Exactly.
and it is way harder than face-to-face classes because we have to learn on our own. We have to study, and
Mhm.
um, all our exams are proctored. So how they proctor it? The camera, we will have like a Google Meet, and then while answering the question, so it's so hard. And actually, sir, during the span of our pre-pageant activities last
Mhm.
month, it was our
Mhm.
final term. So while
Mhm.
other girls are sleeping already, like resting because we had such long days, I was sitting on my table and reading my book. And I would sit for like 30 to 1 hour. So I was almost sleepless, exhausted, but lumalaban. That's how I juggled it. I know if you really love something, like
Mhm.
yeah, you can definitely handle it. So fortunately,
Absolutely.
I did well with my exams despite of how busy I was, and I think
Yeah,
I'm very proud of that.
and congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so definitely there's always a way when you really
Mhm.
wanted to, to accomplish something, right?
Yes,
So
correct.
there's no reason for us, there's no actually excuse for us not to do
Hmm.
things when we are very much interested and when we want to achieve something,
That's really
right?
true.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean, it's exhausting, but it was fun in a way. I was definitely challenged.
Yes, that's right. I can see that you really love challenges.
I do. I am a multitasker myself.
So, for that, let me just first ask, why did you join Hiyas and Pilipinas? Aside from what you have already mentioned,
Mhm.
that you really very much eager to join a national pageant. So, why of all national pageants in the Philippines you have decided to start up with Hiyas ng Pilipinas?
Okay, so actually, sir, believe it or not, I was bullied as a kid. Like, I experienced racial discrimination because of my race, and I had a very low self-esteem growing up, but then there's only one thing that kept me together, and that is my love for helping children. Like I love to be involved in community service when it comes to for the people and for the children most especially. And that is the main reason why I joined Hiyas ng Pilipinas, because this pageant is not just a pageant for beauty, for glitz and glamour. Like it has its tagline. We have culture, humanity, and tourism. And I think that in a way, the organization can help me widen my platform, widen my horizon, especially my advocacy, pahiyom, making children smile. I believe that through joining this pageant, I can be able to amplify my voice and, just make my dream come true and be someone who can impact my community in a good way, in a positive way. That is the main
Mm-hmm.
reason why I joined Hiyas ng Pilipinas. And right now, I'm really overwhelmed with the support that I'm receiving, with the platform that I'm given that it's a national pageant. And, I was able to showcase myself to the rest of the Philippines.
All right, no worries about that. We will definitely
Mhm.
look forward on your journey, and we'll definitely
Thank you so much, sir.
you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so we I am actually seeing a very well,
Yeah.
I'm actually seeing a lady who loves challenges.
Yes,
So with
definitely.
that, so with that, let's play this game we call Have You Ever Had?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
familiar with this?
Ooh, exciting.
All right. So I hope you will really do enjoy this game actually. So
Have
Danny,
you
do you
ever
have the
had?
first question?
Okay. Sir?
Dandy?
Yes, can you hear me? I got disconnected. Yeah, can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can
Yes.
definitely
Can you
hear
hear
you
me?
loud and
Oh
clear.
my gosh.
All right,
Can,
let me just start it
yeah,
then.
can you hear me? Yeah, okay. So, um have you ever had okay. Yeah, have you ever had the game is have you ever had? So my
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
question to Kifaya is that have you ever had played a basketball when you were young?
I have
When you were
never,
young, like
because I'm
elementary
not a
days, have you ever
basketball.
had played the basketball, like a
I have
Rusco
never.
type basketball?
I have never. I
Oh,
play
really?
volleyball, not basketball.
Ah, see, basketball,
Yes,
volleyball instead of
basket.
basketball.
Yes.
How long have you been playing volleyball?
Oh,
I've been playing in elementary and high school, but I stopped
basketball.
because of
Yeah.
an incident. Like I tripped and my legs was it was my
Mm-hmm.
legs was injured, and because of that, my mom made me stop play volleyball.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
So, but you're still playing from time to time.
Mm.
Right now, sir, I don't
Yes.
play anymore because I'm very busy with nursing.
Uh-uh.
I'm only focused with my
What's your
studies.
sports?
Yes, but I am
Politics.
very active. I go to the gym every day. I don't. Right now, I'm not really playing any sports. Yes, but I'm
Oh,
looking forward to play again.
nice, nice. I
Mm.
hope that because as I have heard yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
Beatrice
Mhm.
is going to be playing
Yeah,
with Laguna. I think
Yeah,
it
of
was
course, of course.
she's really
so.
good at playing volleyball as well.
Oh, see. All
Mhm.
right. So there you go. Here's my first. Have you ever had question? Have you ever had gotten in trouble at school or at church?
Okay, have I ever? I'm trying to recall.
Mm-hmm.
I never have.
Wow,
Never. Yes,
that's great. Mm-hmm.
sir.
That's great.
Okay. I have never because I would say that I'm really shy as a kid, so I'm the type of student who would just sit in the corner and not do anything. Like I would just listen and stay silent. So I never got into any trouble. I've never tried cutting classes. I've always
Mhm.
been like the proper student. So,
So how do you handle when you get bullied?
oh, okay, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was a loner as well, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
speak with anyone because I always felt like I'm different. Like people would tell me things, harsh things about how I looked like because I'm different. I am from a Muslim family, and my dad is Saudi Arabian, so they would call me certain names that are not worth mentioning. And how I handled that, I just kind of like got out of my comfort zone because actually, sir, what introduced me to pageantry is intramurals. It was a school
Mm-hmm.
pageant, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then my teacher told me to join, and I was like, no, I am not gonna join because I was bullied. Like, I would call myself ugly before. I never had the confidence. But then, like, I just tried it, I guess. Like, I said, okay, so you guys are gonna bully me, so I have to prove them wrong. So I
Mm-hmm.
challenged myself. I joined intramurals and I won. And because of that, I joined an inter school in my municipality. And
Mm-hmm.
that kind of like boosted my confidence. And I told myself, oh my gosh, I can do it. So if I can, then I want to empower others as well who are bullied that they can do it as well. So that's why right now I am widening my platform, my point of view when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
pageantry and now a candidate of Hiyas ng Pilipinas. So to everyone who is bullied out there, all I can say is do not ever change the way you look at yourself because of other people's opinions of you. Like
Mm-hmm.
always believe it in yourself, like invest in yourself, manifest it. I am beautiful, I can do things, and I can achieve anything I want in life. So I keep telling myself that.
Great. All
Yes.
right. So, yes, go ahead, Lindo.
Wow,
Dandy,
that's a good
rather.
mantra. That's a great mantra. Yeah, yeah, that's a
Mm-hmm.
Thank
mantra. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a great mantra, no? You're claiming it. You're beautiful. I am beautiful. I
Yes.
can do it.
Manifest it
That's
to
a
your
positivity, no? That
mm-hmm.
that I've heard for the past yeah,
All right, go ahead, Dandy. You
yeah.
can
Claim it.
ask your question
When you
now.
claim it, then it will be okay. It will be positive. Yeah. It's a good
Yes, yes.
mantra, Kifaya.
Like start
Congratulations.
your
I do
day with
love you, know, that
positivity
you have
and
that mantra
at
in
the end
you.
of the day, like you will be bulletproof towards negativity.
I think, Dandy, I think you are delayed.
Yeah, yes, I envy you. Sometimes there are difficulties in life that we are facing, and then after all, it
Mm-hmm.
seems that we think that we are at a loss or we are challenged, but eventually, when
Mm-hmm.
I talk to people like you who had really a positive thinking, great
Mm-hmm.
mantra, claiming that I can do it, that I am with, that very nice. This was very nice of
Mm-hmm.
you.
All right.
Okay, have you ever had Francois is maybe he had a difficulty on uh net. So yeah. Another
No,
question,
no, it's not.
Francois, do you have you ever had question?
Go ahead, Dandy. I think you are delayed.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So yeah. Yeah. I'm a little bit delayed because of internet connection. Sorry for that. Okay, so
Hello, hours.
have you ever had skipped classes because of something which is not really important, but you skipped it because you want to do it?
Oh my gosh, Sarah, I've mentioned it earlier. I've never skipped classes. Like in elementary and in high school, I've never skipped classes because I have strict parents and I've always been scared of them. So I've never skipped because my mom is gonna find out and I'm sure she's gonna I don't want to find out. So I've never skipped class. I'm just a good student. Like even in
Yeah,
school,
that's
up
good.
Yeah.
That's
until
good.
college, people call me nanny. I'm
Yeah,
nanny.
I know one person. He skipped classes just to watch the 2010 Miss
I'm
Universe.
Miss Universe. Oh, I watch.
Kifaya, hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Albert. Why do you have to say that,
Yeah, yeah.
Dandy?
Sorry, I might be delayed. Yeah, yeah. I know one person. Yeah, I know one person. He skipped classes because he watched the 2010 Miss Universe.
And who might that be?
You know that?
I don't know.
Delayed? No, there is a delay.
On your end, you are
Ah,
actually delayed.
It's I don't know. Okay, the person will talk about it.
All right, so let's continue. Have you ever had regifted or
Yeah,
recycled a gift?
excuse me,
yeah,
sir.
Have you
Sorry.
ever
yeah,
had
yeah. I'm delayed
regifted
because of the
or
internet connection.
recycled a
Mm-hmm.
gift?
Mm, yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually flowers. So someone gave me flowers, and
Mm-hmm.
I recycled the petals. I put it in a jar, in a clear jar, and I displayed it in our house. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very sentimental. Every time someone gives me a gift, I keep it in a box, and I put like a little letter onto it, like reminding me of what happened during this day, during this memory. And it kept me together, and it served as a reminder of the things that I've experienced in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how I recycle gifts, and I just value the time that
Mm-hmm.
was spent.
How about regifting it?
Oh, I.
Like
Mm-hmm,
yeah. How about regifting it? You look. It seems like you don't need a gift,
oh.
or you have no
Mm-hmm,
use of it. Then you just
mm,
gave it to another person or to a friend, or
oh.
something like you have no money to buy another
Oh.
gift, so you
Uh,
just pull something from the
uh,
yeah, given gifts to you,
mm.
and then
I've
you just
never.
mhm,
I have never, sir. I have never gifted a gift because
mhm.
even though like if something might not be as pleasing as it is to me, it might be much bigger to the person who gave it to me. So
That's right.
I think I give meaning to every gift. May it be like a bar of chocolate, even though
Mhm.
I'm not really a fan of chocolates. So even
Just
if
give
it's
it to me
chocolate,
if you're
even
not,
if
if
it's
you
a
don't like
bottle of
it.
water, like I give meaning to it. I keep it in my room,
Uh-huh.
and I put like, okay, so for example, someone gives me a bottle of water. So I
Mhm.
put like a little note here, um, writing the memories that I've had with that person. So
Mhm.
I'm sentimental, even if the smallest things. I'm always very appreciative of what was given to me, and I think that's
Yeah.
also a great life lesson because my dad always taught me that to always be
Mhm.
grateful of the things that you have, the things that you possess, and to be
Yeah.
contented. And yeah, I'm happy. Whatever it is, I'm receiving gifts. And
Wow.
yeah.
By the way, Kefaya, if you receive chocolates and you mentioned
Mhm.
that you are not actually a chocolate
Fan of
lover,
chocolate. Yeah.
hmm,
I give it to
just
my
give it to
nephew.
me.
Oh, for you. Oh my god. Okay, noted. I give it to my nephew, and
Uh-huh.
I just keep the wrapper.
All
Mm,
right. You're
yeah.
really very sentimental, and I can
Uh-huh.
see how artistic you are, because
A
you
little bit.
always find a way to keep those memories with you.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely, sir. I
Uh-uh.
have a lot of plastic wrappers in my room.
Oh my God, Junichi, how are you?
Hi, Kuya June.
Yeah. By the way, Junichi is actually my future boyfriend. So yeah,
Wow!
hi.
Wow! Okay.
Just kidding. Anyways, yes, Junichi, thank you for dropping by. Now let's continue. Have
Okay.
you ever had paid a stranger's meal or drink without them knowing it was you who bought it?
Ah, I have never, sir. I've
Mm-hmm.
never paid for a stranger's drink because, first of all, I don't know how to drive, so I've never been in a drive-through. And second of all, if I buy someone like a drink or a meal, I always see to it that they know so that it wouldn't be creepy because I've experienced it myself. Like someone bought me a drink and food, and I don't trust it if I haven't met the person. So every time I buy someone, like even if it's a stranger or a person I know or a person that I've met, like I always let them know that if it's okay if I can buy them a drink or a meal so that it wouldn't be so creepy.
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually right. That's
Yeah.
actually true.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks strange for someone to
Exactly.
receive a gift from someone they don't know.
Especially if it's
Yeah.
food, sir.
Yes.
If it's
Yeah,
food.
there's always this you always have a second thought that if the
Mm-hmm.
food is actually safe or not.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Exactly.
mm.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So let's continue. I think Dandy is having
Yeah.
a
Internet
trouble
problem.
with her
Mm.
internet. Okay. So how about this one? Have you ever had climbed a tree or went up on a roof on the roof of your house and couldn't get down?
I have a lot of
Mm.
times. I have a lot of times because I lived in Cebu province. I grew
Uh-huh.
up there and we are surrounded by a lot of mango trees. And
Mm.
there was one time, it's a funny story. So I actually went in my neighbor's mango tree and I climbed there to get mangoes and I did not
Mm.
ask for permission.
Mm.
Now, the neighbor found out, so she saw me climbing the mango tree while getting mangoes there, and it's like she did not permitted me. So I was like caught, so I couldn't go down because she was carrying a stick, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" So I was just there, and I was waiting for my kuya to get there so that, like, he could talk to
Could
the owner of the
you
mango tree
help you get
and just
down.
let me down without any stick involvement. So yeah. And
Yeah,
sure,
I could relate to that.
I've also tried, like it was raining. It was raining, and then I climbed this mahogany tree, and it
Mm.
was filled with moss. So I could
Mhm.
not get down because it was very slimy. So I was just
Yes,
there.
slippery.
I was on top of the mahogany tree and just waiting for it to dry down.
That's really funny to
Yeah.
when we get to reminisce those
Yeah.
events. Hi, Joel Ray Carcassona. By the way, congratulations to Joel Ray for
Mm.
bringing, or well, somehow doing a back to back for Mr. Gay World. Anyway, I hope to get to interview you very, very, very soon, Joel. Anyways, let's continue. That's a great experience.
Yes. I have so many funny backstories here in
Mm.
my childhood. Like I was a really, really outdoorsy kid. I used to play outside. I used to go to the sea and, just swim there. I used to climb trees, climb mountains. Like, I've always been active when it comes to outdoor activities ever since I was a child, up until now.
Mm. That's great because you were enjoying actually um your
Yes.
childhood stage, your childhood
There were
life.
no cell phones back then, only a keypad, only keypad cell phones.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There were there were no smart cell phones back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No smartphones.
Yes. All right. How about this one? Have you ever had told someone their zipper was down or their shirt was popping open?
Yes, I have. I
Mhm.
have. So, what, excuse me, sir? The shirt was upside down?
Popping open, popping open.
Oh, yes, I
Mhm.
have. I have. I've told my mom about it several times. I am very observant. I'd like
Mhm.
to um, describe myself as someone who is a keen observer. So
Mhm.
I always observe like the little details, and I would tell my mom. I've told her a lot of times already that
Mhm.
mom, you shouldn't wear this because your boobs are, out, and I don't want people to sexualize you and stuff. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think that was the only time where I told someone. I think it's my mom.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm,
because at least you have that guts to interact
mm.
or to somehow
Of
tell
course, sir.
your mom, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's
you
my
always
mom.
wanted to see your mom at her
Mm.
best, of course, right?
Yeah, because
That's great.
sometimes the person wearing it is not aware that that's how
Yeah,
it
that's
looks
right.
like. You only
Mm-hmm.
see yourself through the mirror, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
really see like the full details of what you look like. So I would tell my mom, "Mom, don't wear this because it doesn't look nice, or kind of like
Mm-hmm.
you're, yeah, yeah, you
That's
get
right.
it."
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? Since you are currently a student, by the way,
Mhm.
have you ever had copied an answer from your seatmate?
Oh my gosh. I'm currently a student in college, but we have online class
Mm-hmm.
and our exams are proctored, so you definitely cannot copy. But I used to do that in high school. Oh my gosh. I used to copy in high school, but
Uh-huh.
it was only numerous times because we had very strict school policies. It was in mathematics because
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of very bad at mathematics, so you gotta survive. So that's what I have to do. But I'm not proud of it. So to
Mm-hmm.
everyone who's watching, if you're in high school or if you're in elementary or college, do not copy from your seatmate. It's not a good habit to do. Okay?
All right, that's great.
Yes.
Okay, this
Mhm.
must be the last one. Have you ever had pretended to speak a foreign language you don't know?
I have never. I have never.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sir, my dad is from Saudi Arabia, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
speak Arabic. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
always honest with my language. Like if people ask me, "Do you speak Arabic?" I wouldn't try to act as if I know and speak random words. I would tell them that no, I don't know how to speak Arabic. I only know how to speak English, Bisaya, and a little bit of Tagalog. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah, basically because oftentimes
Mhm.
well, they pretend to speak like
Mhm.
Chinese, like Korean,
Oh.
like Japanese, isn't it?
Mhm.
Especially during high school or college, just
Oh.
to make fun of it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
But I've
And I'm
never
guilty
tried
of
it.
that.
Sir, actually I've never tried it. I couldn't remember a memory of me speaking like a language with random words. Like I'm always honest. I'm a Bisaya actually. I'm a very fluent Bisaya girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like for fun then. So it's just like we were um we were like we were like
Ah, yeah.
speaking Chinese just to sound like
Uh-huh.
Spanish, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
And
I get it.
there was this even an instance that we were actually um memorizing
Mhm.
a particular language. Say, for example, it's a Latin.
Oh.
So, with my friends, so we were like throwing lines of a Latin, like poem or
Mhm.
um, like a story. So we were like throwing with each other so that people would think that we were fluent in Latin.
Ah. Actually, sir, that's a good way to learn, but it's also fun.
No, it's not actually. It's actually we were actually pretending that as if we are good in Latin. So, we are
Mm,
speaking in Latin.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so seemingly that it's already my story.
Mm,
Now
that's
let's move forward. Thank you so much for being very honest and sharing all those interesting stories of
mm,
yours. Now, let me just ask you that this time about the election. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for speaking the election. I
okay.
just thought of I just
It's a
because
random
because
thought. A
yeah,
random
yeah,
thought.
because I saw this banner.
Uh-huh. I get it. I also do that sometimes, sir. Like it's
I
just
just
an
saw this banner
unconscious
in
thing.
front of me, so yeah, I thought of election. By the way, my question is actually this is very common question to well in pageantry. There is
Mm,
always an issue that the trans women who would join a female or a traditional pageant. What is your opinion on that?
sorry, sir. Can you repeat?
What is your opinion on trans women joining
Mm.
traditional pageants? Like, of course, Hiyas ng Pilipinas. Would you allow
Mm.
them to join the Hiyas ng Pilipinas on in your case?
Okay. I believe, sir, a lot of questions have been asked
Mm-hmm.
regarding this topic, and I believe the Filipino people are now more inclusive talking about a topic like this. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think that trans women should be allowed on joining any national pageant because trans
Mm-hmm.
women are women. And if
Mm-hmm.
they say that they are women, then they are women. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I believe for as long as they share one purpose, and that is to spread positivity and to fulfill their purpose in this world, then I don't
Mm-hmm.
see any problem with it at all.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So at least we can see how open you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, how when you are when it comes to this kind of
Mm.
issues.
I think it's the 21st century, sir, so
Mm-hmm.
we should open our mind towards things that are not considered normal before. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
should normalize a lot of things now because we have to be open and more accepting and inclusive in the society.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. What do you think normal would I mean, what do you think is normal now that
Mm-hmm.
was not normal before? What do you think are these things?
Oh, okay. Um, Normal now that is not normal before are online classes with the pandemic going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've definitely normalized a lot of things, like wearing masks in public,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of virtual shows, virtual pageantry, virtual interviews, modular classes. There are a lot of things that was normalized now that are not normal before, simply because there was no circumstance at hand. Like, there was no virus, there was no pandemic, there was nothing to fight for. And I
Mm-hmm.
think this pandemic definitely has brought the best of the Filipino people. Like, it showed how resilient we are in fighting off any pandemic, any virus, any obstacle that may be thrown at us. So yeah, I'm just very proud of how the Filipino people adapted to a lot of things now that are
Mm-hmm.
not normal before.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
How, Jan Andre, thank you so much for dropping by once again.
Hi,
And yeah,
Jan.
I miss you, Jan. I hope I get to see you soon. Pumunta ka pala sa Manila eh, hindi ka lang nagpakita. Just kidding. Anyways, yeah, you were speaking about the our experience during the pandemic.
Yes.
Well, we are still in pandemic as of the moment. So
Up until now,
um,
yes.
yeah, up until today, yes, it is. We are still on pandemic. However, if I may ask you, what is that particular learning that you have actually realized during the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic period? What would that
Mm-hmm.
be, and what can you say? What can you share to other people regarding overcoming pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Is that too much?
Um, I would say, sir, that last 2020, when the pandemic started, it was definitely one of the hardest uh, emotional struggle that I had to overcome. Simply because my dad wasn't here in the Philippines. Like, he used to come here twice a year, and we used to really hang out. I'm really really close with my dad. But when the pandemic started and there are travel bans, so he wasn't able to come here in the Philippines. So I kind of lost connection to him physically, and the most important lesson that I've learned with that is to value and cherish your time with your family. Like, always appreciate every moment that you have with them because you never know when you're going to see them again. And yeah, that has been a very challenging time for me, but I have overcome it, and I've finally accepted that it is how life is. Like, we are
Mhm.
um, subjected to a lot of challenges, we have a lot of obstacle, but what we have to do is to just pray, to appreciate what we have, to be
Mhm.
thankful, to be grateful that we are still here, and to just enjoy every single moment that you are alive.
That's
Yes.
great. I definitely agree with you that
Mm-hmm.
um with 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 the pandemic that we are actually experiencing right now, it's really very important to value all our relationships, especially with the family,
Exactly,
and
sir.
of course go back to to the creator, to God who
Mhm.
actually created everything,
Yes.
who is actually in control of everything. So I definitely
Mhm.
agree with you. All right. So you were actually speaking about your advocacy a while ago, which
Mhm.
is Pahiyom. Is that correct? Did
Yeah.
I mention it correctly?
Pahiyom.
Yeah.
Correct.
So Pahiyom. What does it mean by Pahiyom? And can you tell us more about this
Okay.
Pahiyom?
Mm-hmm. Pahiyom is actually a Bisaya word, sir. It is deep Bisaya. It means smile. So it's like smiles, like that. Because when you
Mm-hmm.
smile, it's like this. But pahiyom is like smiling with no teeth. Uh
Ah,
huh.
that's showing of
Yes.
your
It's
teeth.
like smizing.
Mm-hmm.
Ganyan. Yeah. So pahiyom making children smile. So I've come up with this 2 years ago. It started in 2020
Mm-hmm.
before the pandemic.
So why did you come up with Pahiyom?
Mm,
Or and how did you come up with it?
okay, so it's a funny story, sir, because we were out doing community programs because I'm
Mm-hmm.
active in participating with community programs in my municipality in my province in Cebu, and
Mm-hmm.
there was this one time where we had like a feeding program for the kids, and
Mm-hmm.
I took this one selfie in where the kids are smiling, like smiles are on their faces, and upon looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to make an advocacy for the children because
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I've always want to work with the welfare
Mm-hmm.
of the kids. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I need to start with something that would represent Cebu, my home. So I've come up with a Visaya word. It's pahiyom, so it's like smizing, and then the sentence making children smile. So I wanted to make the children smile in any way possible. Like we've conducted feeding programs. Aside from that, we've also conducted free tutors to the kids who are in modular classes, teach them how to read, teach them how to write.
Mm-hmm.
We've given free school supplies. Yeah, I've just conducted a lot of like programs for the kids, and up until now, I am really extremely happy, sir, that I've come up with the advocacy because I think it's worth seeing every kid smile. Like I want to give
Mm-hmm.
access to every child towards education. Like I wanted to let them know that despite of the struggle, despite of any economic circumstances, like you can be whatever you want. You can go to school, you can learn, you can do a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's actually nice that you are looking into the better future for the
Yes.
children. However, may I just ask, why did you choose children instead of
Mm.
um, other how shall I say,
Mm.
instead of say for
Age
example
range.
the elderly, yeah, the
Yeah. Yeah.
elderly
Mm.
or women empowerment, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm,
Uh, yes, sir. Actually, sir, in my province, I've went to mountainous areas in my province, and
mhm,
there are a lot of students there, a lot of kids who did not have access towards education. And when
mhm.
I asked them, the common reason is pobre rami. Pobre means poor. So
Cool.
it's like
Mhm,
they are stripped away of education just because of being poor. And
mhm,
I wanted to create an access, like a platform in where they have access towards all of these things as they should.
mhm,
So that's what made me choose children because I believe that every children deserves the access. Every children deserves to have the path like
mhm,
normal kids does. That's why I am focused on the children in the mountainous areas in rural places in my
mhm,
province. Like I always go there for feeding programs and a lot of community services so that I can inspire them to be
mhm.
better and to push harder and to be motivated. And
Oh,
that's what made me pick kids above any age range.
That's actually amazing, Kefaya. However, Kefaya, since seemingly that you were moved by that children's answer to you, children's response to you, the pobre
Mm.
rami, like we are
Mm-hmm.
poor.
Yeah.
Do you really believe that being poor is actually a hindrance
Mm.
to a better education?
Okay. Um, that is very subjective. That's a very subjective question. But I would say that in every municipality, almost every barangay has a public school, a public elementary school. And so I think that no, poverty is not a hindrance towards education because, like, it is the parent's choice to send the kid to school. Like, it is not, no, not a choice. It's a responsibility. It's their
Okay,
responsibility as
good.
parents. So I would not say that it's a hindrance because I have seen it myself. From my
Mhm,
barangays, there are a lot of also I can say poor kids out there who does not have the same privilege like other kids does, but they were able to succeed. They were able to graduate from a college. It doesn't matter if it's a university or a community college or if it's a public school or a private school.
mhm,
For as long as education is there, then that's it. That's the access towards it. So you just
mhm,
need to inspire them. You just need to push them to be better. You just need to remind them that
mhm,
they can do these things. There is a way.
mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's really wonderful, Kefaya. Just like what Angela was saying, right? Education transforms life, which is very true.
Definitely.
So education can definitely do a lot, or can help a lot when when
Mm-hmm.
when 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 it was properly used,
Yes,
right?
actually, sir, education is the gateway to a lot of things. It
Mm-hmm,
helps not just the individual in itself, but also the
mm-hmm.
community as a whole. Because
That's right.
if you graduated college, of course, you work, and if you work, you pay taxes, and the taxes can be disseminated and used in the Philippines, in the community
Mm-hmm,
that you are living in. So, I
mm-hmm,
believe that through education, there are a lot of things that will change positively. There are a lot of change that will be impacted in a good way.
perfect. All right. Thank you so much
Mhm.
for sharing your advocacy, Kefaya. So,
Mhm.
Kefaya, we have this kind of well, it's actually a challenge for every queen, for every
Mhm.
guest that we have. So, I hope this could I hope that you will enjoy this. So, are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, so this is actually a what we call pick a box. Okay, just give me one
Pick a
sec
ball.
and let. Yes, it's a pick a box.
Okay.
Mhm.
Pick a box.
Oh, one moment. Oops, there you go. hmm Okay, here we go. Can you see that?
It's loading as of the moment, sir. Oh, okay. Pick a
There you
box.
go. It's pick a box. Okay,
Mhm.
so we have actually six boxes or six mystery boxes in here,
Mhm.
wherein all you have to do is choose a box that actually you wanted to open.
Okay.
So yeah, most of the questions in here actually is somehow environmental, and it was already asked.
Okay.
It was already asked in an international pageant. Okay,
I choose box number 3.
box number three. So here we go. What is the biggest enemy or enemies of Mother Earth? So, yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that these questions are actually asked during Miss Earth international pageant. So please don't, how shall I say, please don't wonder, or
Mhm.
yeah, please don't wonder why these questions are being asked. Okay,
Okay.
so here we go. What is the biggest enemy or enemies of Mother Earth?
the biggest enemies of Mother Earth, I believe, would be the people inhabiting in it.
Mm-hmm.
Not just merely of being a person, but the actions that are done that reflected the Mother Earth in a very negative way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people have been doing things that are really harmful for Mother Earth, such as
Uh-huh.
cutting trees, using plastic. There are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
microplastics in the sea right now. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe that what we should do is to form change. And how do we
Mm-hmm.
start with change? It is starting with our very own actions. Like, we should
Uh-huh.
recycle, we should reuse a lot of stuff, even in clothing. Like, there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of clothing brands that are there are a lot of clothing brands that are releasing a lot of clothing fabrics that are really harmful for Mother Earth. So
That's right.
I believe that the biggest enemy of Mother Earth is the people inhabiting in it.
That's
So
right. Okay. I
mhm.
definitely agree with you. It's basically
Mhm.
us, human beings.
because
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
because we have that intellectual capacity to rationalize and to create a lot of things. And
Yeah,
because of
that's
this
right.
ability, we tend to create a lot of stuff as well, a lot of doings
Mm-hmm.
that are harmful for Mother Earth. Even if
That's
it's
right.
beneficial for us, we should always consider how it would impact the environment, how it would
As
impact
well.
the things
Mm-hmm.
around us, because we can never live without Mother Earth. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if. Mhm.
That's right. I definitely agree with you with that. The greatest enemy of the Mother Earth is basically human beings because it's
Yes,
us
and.
who is
Mhm.
responsible for taking care of the
Exactly.
Mother Earth.
Mm. And
All right.
sir, I've experienced the consequences firsthand. I was
Mm-hmm.
there during Bagyo Super Typhoon Odette. I've
Mm-mm.
experienced it myself, and I've read an article that says it's because of the climate change that the world is
Mm-mm.
experiencing. And I told myself, if there's gonna be a lot of like that will happen, it's
Mm-mm.
gonna be a devastation for the communities, not just here in Cebu, but also across other countries as well. So
Yeah.
I
Globally.
believe we should be
Uh-huh.
responsible and we should be um, mindful. Mindful is the
Mhm.
word. We should be mindful of what
Yes,
we do.
that's right. Okay, that's great, huh? Okay, so what's your second option here? Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Second pick rather.
Okay, I pick number 5.
Number five. There you go. So the Paris Agreement on Climate Change is a historic international deal that seeks to limit global warming to below 1.5 degrees centigrade. So if you were selected as, I'm sorry for this,
It's okay, sir. It's okay.
if you were selected as Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022, what would be your program to protect Mother Earth from climate change?
Okay. The program that I would use to protect Mother Earth against climate change is the three R's:
Mm-mm.
reuse, recycle, and reduce. I
That's right.
believe that these three R's are very powerful, as cliche as it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And as what I've mentioned earlier, I'm very sentimental. I believe it's important to educate other people regarding this matter because it is tend to be undermined. Like, not a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people know about it. So it's important to conduct programs that would educate them on ways to recycle stuff, to reuse stuff, and to reduce stuff, like the usage of plastic. Like me, every time I receive a bottle of plastic like this, I would keep it in my room instead of throwing it outside. And I think
That's right.
that if one action is done a million times, it could impact the environment in a very big way. And because of that, it would limit climate change. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really important to know and to be aware of the impact of your actions. And this would be done through conducting programs rather, about the three R's, which is
That's right.
reuse, reduce, and recycle.
That's great. So we actually have a comment here coming from Sir Angelo. While we benefit from Mother Earth, we are also unaware of how our actions
Mhm.
negate the effects of our actions towards our
The environment.
environment. Amen.
Correct.
Yeah, actually, that's right. It's a matter of being um, discerning on the actions of what we're doing
Hmm. It's
before
just
we def- yeah,
awareness,
before
sir.
we that's right. Before we even make any action, we should also have to
Hmm.
discern and be aware of the
Yeah,
consequences of our actions.
because because the thing, sir, is a lot of scientists have been like performing or like creating something that would aid Mother Earth from climate change,
Mm-mm.
but none of it will ever be effective if the people will not change in itself. So
That's right.
we have to be aware. We have to educate ourselves. We have to
Mm-hmm.
start with our own actions because, as what
Mm-hmm.
I've said earlier, one action, if done in a million folds, it could impact the environment
Mm-hmm.
deeply and positively. So it really starts within our own actions.
That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
The Well, if our micro action could definitely have a macro effect
Effect.
if that is
Correct?
basically being passed, right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. All right. So one last pick, Kefaya,
Okay. I pick number one.
number one. So what would you do as a winner to reverse the effects of global warming?
Okay. Okay. I believe that global warming will never be reversed. But what we
Mm-hmm.
can do is to recover from the damage that we have caused. And how do we do this? We plant trees that would combat the negative toxins that are roaming around Mother Earth because of the carbon monoxide that was released into the
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe that through planting trees, this will impact the atmosphere and will make a lot of things lighter. It will make the global warming less eminent, less effective.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's just how I would change the global warming that has been happening around the world by planting trees.
All right. Great, you did a great job, Akifaya,
Thank
and
you.
I'm really proud of you for, giving your opinions on those questions that we have
Mhm.
opened. Now, thank you so much for taking
Thank
time.
you.
It's been an hour, so thank you so much. Yeah, I really didn't notice I really didn't
I did
notice the
not even
time.
notice.
So thank you so much for that, and of course, thank you so much, Albert, for allowing or for making this for allowing Kefaya to to get interviewed with us, and of course, um, to Dindo or I mean Dandy rather, for taking the initiative to to invite you and get
Mhm.
interviewed in our channel. And by the way, if you have anything to promote or give a message to anyone, so this is the time basically for you to do that.
Okay, so first, I would like to thank Century Plaza Hotel. This is actually the hotel that I'm staying in right now. I flew from Sibonga to Cebu City to get signal because we don't have signal back at home. So thank you, Century Plaza. And I'd also like to thank my hair and makeup artist, Jover Tubahib and Navi Padua. Also my management, Sir Albert Katamko. And I would also like to thank you, Sir Francois, for the opportunity of getting interviewed here in Pageant Mac Philippines. And I'd also like to thank my family for being so supportive. To the Cebuano people, thank you so much. I am overwhelmed with the support that I am receiving. And I hope you do continue to support me in my journey in Hiyas ng Pilipinas. The coronation night will be on March 27th. So I do hope to see you there and continue supporting me. Thank you so much.
How about your social media platforms? You can
Oh,
also promote your social media
mm,
platforms right now.
my Facebook is Kefaiah Al Zair. You can read it right there across the
Mhm.
screen. My Instagram is Kefaiah Al Zair.
All right, that's great. So, thank you so much once again to all our viewers, and thank you for tuning in with us for more than an hour. So, thank you
Yes,
so much, and to Hiyas sa Pilipinas, Miss Eva Patalinghog, thank you so much
mm,
for allowing us to to get to know your ladies. Thank you
yes.
so much, and
And
of
also
course,
thank you to Sir Albert
mhm,
Katamko for
yes. Mhm.
Mhm.
To
My
Sir
manager.
Albert Katamko, thank you so much as well for
Yeah.
reaching out. Okay, and who else? So our viewers, if this is the first time for you to, um, I mean to get across with Pageant Night Philippines, yes, please to like
Follow.
our Facebook page and also our Facebook page. I mean our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe on it and click the bell notification as well for you to get notified whenever we release new videos. We are also on Instagram and TikTok, so please do follow us as well on our TikTok and on all our social media platforms. Yes, thank you so much, Angelo, for staying with us for more than an hour. And yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank
what
you,
else?
everyone.
Yeah, once again, guys, if you want to support our page and our streaming, please do send stars on all our videos so that we could also have a continued service.
Mhm. The best.
Basically, all right. So thank you so much once again, and good afternoon, everyone. Good day, good night, and good evening to everyone. Good morning, wherever you are in the rest of the world. Bye bye. God
Thank
bless you
you.
all.